Step into the ring. Step into the ring.
Welcome to week 3 of Smash EC, not ECAC, but CACC. I'm Frisco as always. Hope everyone's having a good night. As I said, this is going to be week 3 of CACC, 9v9 stock battle tonight. Post earlier today was at 2nd place in the season, but now today, I think it was Goldie Beacom had a match with Bloomfield who are playing against tonight. Earlier today, they had a match, and I think Goldie Beacom won that match, and now Post, in turn, is in 3rd place for the season now. Post is also coming from a win on the previous week, win from last week. But let's see if Post can reclaim that 2nd place spot tonight. Excited to see. We already have bands on the way. Hey, how's it going, Bloomfield? Got a lag test going. Right now, we already have some bands going while we have this lag test going. And now, at the beginning of each round, we start with our starters. So, Battlefield, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, Smashville, and Battlefield. Off the start, Post is banning Pokemon Stadium 2, Shadow coming in off the start. And in turn, Bloomfield is banning Town and Battlefield. Leaving, what are we leaving? Smashville, Town, and Battlefield, leaving only Smashville and Small Battlefield. I wouldn't guess we're going to end up on Small Battlefield. I really wouldn't guess that. I feel like, why not? Small Battlefield is very inoffensive. Very simple, very chill stage. Nobody can hate the dual plats, baby. And I don't know, but I think we're having a match right now with the lag test. Oh, a little bit of a lag there, right there. Shadow, why don't you rock the wolf ever? That was pretty great. Why don't you play wolf and... I'm pretty sure this is a lag test. Still don't know what we're going to be playing. We're waiting for a Post to make a final decision. Now, coming in for post off the start will be Shadow, most likely going to be playing Pyra Mythra off the start. Again, as we kind of say every week, Pyra Mythra is going to be very versatile across a wide variety of stages. They can be very fast or more slow-paced with heavier hits whenever needed. Just having the ability to switch between different kinds of characters mid-session gives a lot of benefits. You can change your style up as you see fit. And Pyra is essentially better Incineroar in some ways. The only thing that Pyra doesn't really have over Incineroar is going to be Pyra debatably has a worse recovery than Incineroar, more than likely. But the thing is, you don't have to recover as Pyra. You can always just recover as Mythra, which Mythra doesn't have a good recovery either, but it's definitely a lot better than Pyra's. And we are going to be going to small battlefield off the start. Whenever I see the name Bloomfield Bears, I always think it's like a big old bear, but they have like a flower, like maybe like a collar on, kind of like Yogi the Bear with a flower on it or something. It's like, oh, my Bloomfield bear. How quaint. Oh, I'm sure I'm completely, misjudging the Bloomfield Bears. They could just rip my face off with their big old teeth and claws. Ooh, going up against Link. Now, Link against Pyra Mythra, it will be interesting. Link does have one very, very strong nair for essentially a really good get-off-me option. But Pyra will have the advantage on close-range combat in general, have a generally quicker moveset. Nair being potentially the one exception on Link. The keep-away game that Link has to play sometimes on certain things with boomerang and arrows will be a problem in this, just because Mythra will have the ability to get in really fast and hard on a lot of these items. So that Nair is going to be very, very safe on shield, so if it's hit low enough, it is going to be a big problem for Mythra. Can't really contest that down air, though debatably Pyra up air will be bigger than Link's down air. There off the hit, right back in the middle platform. 106 on Link right now. Miss Tech trying to read the roll in, but when in doubt, you roll out. When in doubt, roll out. That Nair is going to be very safe on shield, but the shield poke with Nair and kind is going to get Link back in the air. Up air. Pop, throw right back into the top. And you can't dare on Link's shield like that. That up smash is also a very good out of shield option to get early kills. 115 still on Link. 5% on Shadow right now. Going for the up tilt combo off a grab. Another one. Going for the up air this time. Ooh, not able to get the dare out for that shield poke. Ooh, right now, it seems Shadow is being placed really hard into shield right now and doesn't really have a strong answer against all of this shield pressure. Really just stuck in shield in general. Though Prominence Revolt will get that cheeky little kill right there. Though 80% already on Mythra, this is looking a little tough for Shadow. When in doubt, roll out. Again, Nair is going to be super tough on, super safe on shields, because it's going to be very hard to punish it. Sometimes if Nair hits your shield, you either need to parry it, like we just saw there, or you need to reset neutral and just kind of, you know, go with the flow. Or go for a grab. Sometimes Link will just immediately shield out of Nair, and that's when you can actually run up and grab him, just like that. Oh, you got to hit these techs. Shadow's missing quite a few techs. It hasn't really come to punish them so far. But that bomb definitely will. Only 20% on Link in this next stock right now. And Shadow down to their last stock at 0. Oh no, sticky platforms, not able to get the rundown right there, but getting grabbed right out of the switch. Air dodge down and landing right into the up air. Back air is going to send them right back off though. Oh, that was definitely supposed to be a side B right there. You can tell the misinput came out. Oh, rolling right back into Blazing End. Able to catch a jump, not able to. Ooh, trying to use the boomerang to get leverage into a forward smash, but that's not going to come out in time. Up tilt, it's going to send Pyra right back up to the top. Ooh, very good grab. I like the grab. Oh, trying to contest the down air. You can not contest that. Usually you want to get away and, you know, just come and hit Link when it comes after, but that up smash will get the final stock, leaving Bloomfield down to 7. Rather 8, rather. And Post Eagles down to 6. Now, Link as a zoner can be pretty interesting to get picks against. He's like the, you know, the typical zoner. Most people, when they think about zoners, they usually think, okay, well, I probably want to go to a stage with platforms, so because if I'm on FD, it gives me less of an area to work around projectiles, and that might not necessarily be the case, to be honest. It really depends on what character that you bring to the table, because sometimes on stages with platforms, these zoning characters can create houses. Pac-Man and Steve are really the best at it, because Steve can literally make a house out of blocks. But essentially, Pac-Man can do it very well too, where he places a hydrant underneath a platform and creates a little box around himself when he stands underneath it. So sometimes going to platform stages against a zoner like Pac-Man or Steve, or very similar characters, can be a big detriment. So against a character like Link, can't really make a house, but it does have the ability to have Bomb be a protective barrier between you and him, and forcing you to jump over. So sometimes platforms might not be the best deal against Link. But coming in for Post right now will be Wildfire. And Piranha Plant as a character, it tends to be, it's a very interesting character. There's not many characters like Piranha Plant in this game, where they zone it for a defensive purpose, where their neutral is generally about putting their body in specific positions for punishment, taking the hit, and hopefully Patui gets the punishment going. So in this case, I don't know, it's such a weird matchup. I feel like platforms might be beneficial to Plant. I think Plant really wants to get close and probably needs to avoid flat projectiles as much as possible. And having platforms would be the decent way to go. When it comes to zoners, though, you do take a risk if you go to smaller stages like Smashville or Hollow Bastion, because then things like Boomerang go much more along the majority of the stage, and it's a little harder to avoid by running away. I feel like you should just go for a very neutral stage, such as small battlefield or regular battlefield. I feel like regular battlefield could work really well too. But the bans coming in from Bloomfield are Town, Battlefield, and Kalos. So not Town, Battlefield, Kalos. Not really liking the idea of flat stages, apparently. The Battlefield. So in this case, we're going to be going to Smashville, coming out from Post. I do think it's going to be, you know, there's some aspects of it where Link might have some advantages. You know, Boomerang and Arrow flying farther across the percentage of the stage. but it also gives Plant the opportunity to get in on Link whenever possible. And if this Link does indeed like to box, all the more benefit to Wildfire. And here we go. First stock is down. And let's go into it. Here's first boomerang, arrow shot, creating the wall. And you can see the little house that's being made. Arrows covering the top, boomerangs covering the bottom, making sure that there is a bit of a wall opened up every so often. Ooh, but the pressure will be on with things in Patui. Fair to catch the jump right there. Patui for shield pressure, not able to get the up tilt out, but down tilt will pop up Wildfire above onto the middle platform. Up tilt gonna pop up, Link into the air. Not able to get the fair connection from that. Ooh, good high recovery. I like the option for the high recovery that time. Usually I advise against high recovery, but sometimes you gotta throw the mix up in to keep him on guard. Forward throw off stage. Oh, not able to catch the tech off the bomb up stage, and that's gonna be a first stock off on Wildfire. Catching the jump with Patui. Not able to get the down B red. Tilt. Not able to catch jump with Patui. Jump again. Oh, I was up for the grab. Ooh. I think there's got to be an out of shield option that Plant has that could get a kill off on that or something. Maybe up smash? I don't know if up smash out of shield can get the hit. I feel like that move scoops. I don't see why it wouldn't be a good out of a shield option. Ooh, I love down air. Patui not quite enough to get the kill on mid stage. Oh no! No! That was such an unfortunate hit off of that up B. Wildfire down to their last stock. 160 on Link right now. And there's Patui to solidify that stock. Can Wildfire get one stock off to not even it out, but you know, keep the two stock difference going. Up tilt, up tilt. That down air is going to come out and it's going to hit really hard. Ooh, that shield is Skittles. While trying to get the cross up, but back throw. And Bomb is going to get that coverage going. Ooh, down B. There, but 107 on Wildfire right now. Wildfire needs to do some work to get this going. And Plant coming from behind is very difficult because Plant really likes the idea of being ahead and getting punishes for it. When he's behind, he tends to take too many hits. We're trying to read the roll in, but it's going to get big punishment for that. Good job of avoiding up air. Oh, and down air is going to get around that down B right away. Oh, back air going to send him right back off stage. Good stall at ledge, avoiding Bomb, and then Bomb not quite enough to get this final hit. 163 on Wildfire. Oh, there's a grab up throw. Not quite enough to kill, though. That DI was a little suspect, and Bomb is going to finish it off, putting Bloomfield down to 7. Why can't I delete this? My keyboard stopped working. What the heck? Bloomfield down to 7. There we go. Jeez. Bloomfield down to 7, and Eagles down to their last 3 stocks. Yeah, I was going to say, up smash is probably a really decent out of shield option. I'm surprised Wildfire doesn't use that more. Nair is not going to, it's an out of shield get off me option. It's not going to kill, though up smash would kill. So coming in for a post up next is going to be Astro. Now, Incineroar's game plan is usually pretty straightforward for stages they want to pick. Let's just see if Astro can get that going. But the bans coming out from Bloomfield are going to be Smashville, Town, and Battlefield, leaving Hollow Bastion open. Probably want to go for Hollow Bastion, though I will say against Link, as you can see, sometimes it can get a little difficult getting in on Link on stages with that middle platform via the house and whatnot. Sometimes you might want to opt for a dual plat against some zoners, but it's really up to preference a lot of the time. Incineroar tends to really benefit from, you know, a stage like Hollow Bastion being very small, because Incineroar's mobility isn't the greatest. You can get in, but sometimes you can get really edged over on certain characters with big zoning capabilities. So sometimes you might want to opt for a slightly bigger stage, something on like a small battlefield, I would say. It really depends on whatever. I don't know. I imagine Astro's going to want to go to Hollow Bastion. And I'm correct. He wants to go to Hollow Bastion. And here we go. Yeah, and we got the same music going. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna guess arrow. Side B, okay. Right now, Astro has to be very careful about any approaches that he makes, because Link hits hard. The sword hits that Link has hit very, very hard. You have to get off that platform and get out of that range of that sword. 64% on Link right now. Going for the grab up save, up throw. Good revenge. Be very picky about when you decide to use side B. You don't want to use it right away. Oh, but that throw off stage is going to get rid of revenge. Oh, and that's going to catch the landing. Up B is going to be super strong on this. Catching the jump with Nair. Oh, and that's going to be a big punish. Cross-stage kill. That preemptive up B is going to not work out well. Catching the landing, Astro does solidify that last stock, putting Bloomfield down to 6 stocks. And post, still at 3. Astro's got to dig deep as usual. Being the anchor for a lot of the time, Astro has a lot of these situations very used to them. But again, the downside of going into the stage picks as an Incineroar coming into this is that you are probably not going to go to a stage that works wonderful for you. More than likely not. It really depends on what the opponent is bringing in, but you're probably not going to end up going back to Hollow Bastion in Smashville or Small Battlefield. It really depends. And coming in for Bloomfield is going to be Lucas. Now, Lucas is going to have is an oddly versatile character on how they can approach a lot of things, because they have a very strong combo game. The things Lucas is pretty notorious for, though, are going to be the Zaire combos that go across stage on like flat stages, or a lot of the projectile play with PK Fire. Lucas does tend to, and plus Lucas has 3 kill throws, so a lot of what Lucas kind of brings to the table will be beneficial on a flatter stage, so you might want to consider going to a stage with multiple platforms. That isn't to say Lucas doesn't have anything on those either, because he can still do combos on platforms or different drag downs and whatnot. But generally, you probably want to go to a stage with more platforms in order to avoid Lucas's 3 kill throws. He has a killing back throw, a killing forward throw, and a killing up throw. So if you get grabbed at high percents, you are likely going to die. So you just do whatever you can to avoid those situations as you go along. For Incineroar, I don't know, I would say probably if you can, encourage them to go to like a small battlefield or something. I don't know if you can really leave Smashville and Hollow Bastion open in this matchup, because those stages are flat, and you can get kind of easily grabbed. Though, again, Incineroar really benefits from not having to move around so much. The bans are going to be Kalos, Town, and Pokemon Stadium 2. From coming out from Post U. The one thing I would probably say that Incineroar will have a bit of an advantage of in this matchup can be Revenge. Sometimes catching a stray PK Fire with Revenge can be a lot. And then you can work your way in. Though Lucas does have a really good grab game in this. So, but you can punish the Zair and whatnot. And we are going to FD in this case. Now, it's going to be a little tough. It's going to be forcing Astro to jump a lot. I think FD is definitely going to be in Lucas' favor for the most part. But you can make that work. Honestly, I think Astro can make it work. Especially with side B. Just navigating, taking your time. You just make sure you take your time. Stay in shield a decent amount to catch every so often. But not too long so you don't get grabbed. You got to mix up your jumps and your shields every so often. And throw in a Revenge every so often. To get around those PK Fires.
Ready?
Here we go. Good fade back against the PK Fire. Good grab to punish that fair. 34%. Ness is going to be a light character, so you will be able to get some early kills. Good neutral get up to avoid PK freeze. Dash attack to catch the jump. Ooh. Oh, not able to get the cross up. Here's the problem: is a lot of Lucas's aerials are going to be able to do decent cross up stuff, and that might be a problem for Incineroar, depending on how he chooses his out of shield option. Good shield, but nag there coming for the grab. Oh, not able to catch the tech. Oh, no. You got to be ready to catch those tech situations if you get hit off stage. Putting Astro down to 2 stocks. Okay, fire. And there's the Nair right there. Oh, not able to get the F tilt off of that down tilt. Super unfortunate. I don't know if that's a side B and oh no, the 2 framing. Oh my. Wow, that is so unfortunate. That down smash catching that up B. Good up tilt. Revenge online, but can Astro get in for the hit? And I think I got Revenge offline, yeah. There, miss tag. Oh, the weak hit, not able to get a stage spike. Good back air. Finally solidified the kill. Though 64% on Astro right now. 0% on Lucas. Early kill with a down air. Oh, not able to get the hit. Oh, so unfortunate. And side B. Still have to jump. Oh, no. And there's the hit. First round goes to Bloomfield 1-0 over post. Yeah, it was a tricky situation. You either commit to that up B and go for the high recovery, or you air dodge to ledge, and hopefully you do not get punished for that. Really good awareness from the Lucas player for knowing that he was going to opt for that air dodge. But now we are at the top of the order, 9-9. Now at the top of the order, we only have access to Battlefield, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, Smashville, and Small Battlefield. Coming in for post off the start will be Biohazard, formerly Random Eevee. Well, Bio is going to be coming in on Mii Swordfighter off the start. One second. Sorry. There's a bit of discussion happening right now about whether you need to declare a Mii moveset on blind. I would assume not. Okay, sorry about that. Then we had a question in the chat about, because normally when you go into the first match of each round, what you do not declare the character being played. You only go by the player themselves. But in this case, we weren't sure because Bio had already announced that they were playing Mii Swordfighter, and we weren't sure if you need to declare a moveset because even though it's a blind. My assumption is if you declared a moveset, it would be after stage picks. But we're not sure, so we don't know. In either case, it's declared. And right now, the first ban from Bloomfield is Town. So Town and City is banned, leaving Battlefield, Pokemon Stadium 2, Smashville, and Small Battlefield open. With Mii Swordfighter, you probably tend to want to play on like a smaller stage in general, maybe with a dual plat. Small Battlefield works out decently well for the most part if you can do that. Though, honestly, I think a lot of these stages we're going to need some help from Mii Swordfighter. So, PS2 and Smashville were banned, leaving Battlefield and Small Battlefield. So we are going to be playing on Battlefield. Now, Mii Swordfighter on Battlefield might be able to have like decent advantages, being able to use up B as like a kill option off the top. Though I actually think, I think that Bio uses the up. I don't know the name of the Mii Swordfighter moves, but there's a hero spin that usually a lot of Mii Swordfighters use as a kill option. But I'm pretty sure Bio uses one that flies straight up. I'm pretty sure. So maybe that is not so much of an option for Bio.
Ready?
But in this case, you're going against Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant might be able to make that top platform on Battlefield work decently in this matchup. If you happen to land on that top platform, they can always just kind of throw a Patooey up there. Though Eevee will have some experience in this matchup playing against Wildfire. And Whirlwind will be able to prevent a lot of these Patooey setups to come about. And here comes the grab into down throw and fair. Ooh, but not getting up from the tech, and that's going to get hit by Patooey. Trying to counter the smoke cloud. That's not going to work out decently in the end. Ooh, Patooey's coming out for another punish right now. Ooh, that will be one advantage, though. Whirlwind able to catch that down B. Oh, but the up smash is going to catch that landing. Relatively early kill for Bio right now. Back throw, no going for down throw. Countering Patooey, but it's not going to result in any sort of hit right now. Fair, not able to get the follow-up. Ooh, see, and that's Patooey is such a interesting move in neutral, where you can get the hit on Piranha Plant, but sometimes you just get hit by Patooey and it doesn't work out in the end. 73% on Wildfire. Sorry, not Wildfire, on the Piranha Plant. Whirlwind coming out again. There. Ooh, not able to get the follow-up on fair. I'd like to see Bio use Whirlwind a little closer to opponents, and assuming that trying to go for these and fish for these hits a bit more often. Sometimes I feel like Bio assumes that it's not going to hit and kind of shields immediately. But I think they can afford to be a bit more bold with the move. But that back there is going to send Eevee Bio right back across the stage. 175 on Piranha Plant right now. Up tilt, not quite enough to kill. And the dash attack is going to get another kill off on Bio. Can Bio get this 175 off the board? There, the counter comes out and able to get that kill. 38% on Bio right now, though. Not able to get the follow-up right there on the side B. Yeah, there we go. Follow up into fair right there. 66% on Piranha Plant. Good roll in. F-tilt's going to pop him right back off stage, though. And F-smash again. Covering ledge with Patui right now. Good job of winning Patui, though. Not able to get the out-of-shoot option on there. Oh, catching the landing with down B. Not gonna lie, I actually kind of like that side B, those side Bs right there. Just kind of changing momentum. Ooh, good air dodge. Oh, assuming that the hit wasn't going to be able to come out, you can go right for that fair right there, and it would have been a decently early kill. But here, that F-tilt is going to get the kill, putting Bloomfield down to 8. And Post down to 6. So coming in for post next is going to be applesauce on Sora. Now, Sora's going to have some advantages. So applesauce, she will... I do think Sora's going to have an advantage on a flatter stage against Piranha Plant. I think having things such as Faraga, Blizzaga, I think having just projectile play in general on a flat stage would be very good for Sora. And being able to kind of swipe at any sort of general approach with fair, I think would be very nice. We will see what the bans are coming out from Bloomfield. But if you have like any sort of flatter stage open, you know, Final Destination, Kalos Pokemon League, Town and City, even the Hollow Bastion and Smashville options, I think are good choices as well to really bring to the table. Though you could also opt for a longer stage like Pokemon Stadium 2, and you can make that work as well. Pokemon Stadium 2 would probably be a really good stage too. So the bans are Hollow, Town, and Pokemon Stadium 2. Yeah, I'd go FD. Why not? That's me personally. I think FD would be a very good choice. Though Smashville is still on the table too. It might be a decent pick too. Though I think Faraga being able to travel across that stage would be a decent pick against Piranha Plant. And the pick is going to be FD, Living Room variant. That's the thing about Applesauce. She really likes playing on the Living Room variant. I like that. I think that shows a lot of character. I love it whenever that stage comes up. I like watching the animals in the background. Sometimes you need a break from Smash. You just want to watch some puppies. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, of course. I wonder why Applesauce loves Living Room variant. Maybe they're a Nintendogs fan? we go. First stock gone. And I believe that's the only stock that needs to go. Time. Opting going for right direct combat right there. Side B is also going to be very strong to catch any sort of landings on a stage like this. Oh, no, no. No, you... Okay. Oh, my God. I can't believe that. I can't believe... Good job. Wonderful job, Applesauce, for getting back from that. I was like, oh, no. That's going to be so much danger right there. Oh, no. Turning the opposite way for Thunder. Faraga. Nobuzaga. Good back airs. No, not the FD, not the SD off stage. Oh no, that's another stock down for post right there. You gotta be very careful how you use those side Bs, especially how you commit to them. Sometimes you just gotta do the one side B and not opt for the 3 hits the entire time. Oh no, and the up smash coming out right there to catch that side B. I'd like to see a lot more projectile play coming out from Applesauce on this matchup. Ooh, no, pop up from the Patui. Yeah, and down B's gonna power right through the projectile right there. Oh, Patui again gonna catch the side B. Cross up, but then the down smash comes out, and that's gonna put them off the right side of the stage, putting post down to their last 3 stocks. And then for the last 3 stocks of this round is going to be Astro on Incineroar. Again, when it comes to Incineroar, there's some pretty obvious choices. Though, in a matchup like Piranha Plant, you know, Piranha Plant's a zoner, but a very strange zoner, playing a very niche kind of zoning game. So generally wants to be in on you for Patui. A lot of time Patui is a very strong punishment tool. It isn't like a great tool at like approaches or anything like that, but just covering like a general area. But still, I think going for the obvious Smashville and Hollow Bastion choices as Incineroar are optimal in this situation. Let's see what the bans are for Bloomfield. Hollow, Smashville, and PS2 are the bans. So in that case, since Hollow Bastion and Smashville are not on the table for this, I do feel like Small Battlefield would be a pretty optimal choice. Having be able, you know, it's a smaller stage and you actually have platforms to navigate. I feel like Small Battlefield would be the next, you know, reasonable choice. I feel like you don't want to play on a full FD setup against Piranha Plant because there's still walls they can set up. And having platforms gives you some maneuverability around some of the projectile play. And the pick is going to be small battlefield. Here we go.
Go!
This plant really likes to box. Catching the roll out from that was a very weird call that was oddly right for them. Like, I would have never guessed Astro was going to roll out from that jab. and they called it. Ooh, catching the up smash on platform. Catching the jump. No, down tilt. Not able to get the back air, though. Astro's fishing for some forward airs right now. Right now, Astro is having a bit of a tough time catching up to this Piranha Plant right now. But not really getting hit a ton in turn. Ooh, very good grab to punish that Patui. Back throw off stage, 69%. Looking nice. Down tilt into the F tilt, and there we go. First stock goes to Astro, though 92%. Rage is starting to come online, though. The plant is going to be really heavy, so you have to be very primed to get that kill at the right percent. Down throw, going for the back air. Then side B to catch the landing, 78% on Piranha. Down tilt. Side B to catch that roll in. Oh, but missing the side B hit. Very unfortunate, but here comes another chance at it. Not going to be quite enough to get the kill, though. 104 on Plant. Going to the down tilt again. Side B again. That might be enough. Oh, wait, no, mid-stage. No way that was enough. Up air to put Piranha Plant in disadvantage. Good side B again. Wonderful job catching these landings. Pristine two-stock coming out from Astro, putting Bloomfield down to 6 stocks. Very similar situation as to the last set of games in the previous round. First bans coming from Bloomfield is going to be V on Aegis. Okay. Very tough situation going against some of the most mobile characters in the game when you are one of the most immobile characters in the game. Now, you could reason that maybe going to PS2, even though it's the largest stage, might be good for Incineroar just to get out of the way of side B. I'm not one of those people. You could maybe reason it. I am not one of those people. I think you go big or go home, and if you can get to Smashville or Hollow Bastion, just take it and just start wailing as hard as you can. This matchup is just going to be hard in general. There's no way around it, no matter what stage you pick. But you can mitigate some little things from happening. Like, maybe don't go to a flat stage. So maybe ban Kalos Pokemon League, ban FD, ban Town and City. Get all those purely flat stages out of the way, just so that way when Pyra does come out, you don't have to worry about the rolling side B, which I always forget the name of the move. That I feel like is a big thing at higher percents. That's really annoying to have to deal with. So even if you need to go to Battlefield with all those platforms, you take it. Just have at least some platforms against this character, I would say. The smaller the stage, the better. But if you can't, then you deal with it. And so now we are going to Hollow Bastion, which I'm going to be honest too, this stage is going to be tough. Like, it's going to be tough no matter what, just because one, Mythra has such mobility, and two, Pyra is, you know, has really big hitboxes, and that side B is going to be hyper annoying, especially on Hollow Bastion. But I think as a Incineroar, you kind of take that when you play this character, and you just need to go for it. You need to go in and start slamming faces. You just need to work your advantages super hard here if you can, when you can. And so here we go. Here come the combos. It's a ray of punishment right there. Okay, opting for damage instead of stage control. Even at these low percents, I would still opt for stage control and do a back throw instead, just to get that option that maybe you might get an early kill. Because the one thing Incineroar might be able to take advantage of in this matchup is that Mythra and Pyra both have pretty doo-doo recoveries. %78 on Astro right now, 44% on V. You got this. Here comes the Flame Novas. You got to take your time getting around this side B. It's going to be very annoying for Incineroar to deal with. Okay, jump is still online. Yeah, good get up attack from ledge. And here's the side B. You got to be very careful how you approach Pyra. Oh, very good roll. Dash attack for the pop-up right there. 131 on Astro, but can he get the kill right here? Ooh. Oh, that could have been something. Oh, no. Okay. I gotta keep my cool. Oh, no, and the down air is going to beat out that F tilt right there, putting Astro down to 2 stocks left. It's the footstool off. Now, these low percents are going to be so important for Mythra, just to be able to get a lot of these combos going. Though a lot of one-hits right now, not able to get, like, actual strong combos, putting Astro at only 25%. Side B, and that might be the kill. Yes, it is. Even percents right now, pretty much. 25%, that's nothing for Incineroar. Good revenge. Side B, going to jump right over it, though. Up air, gonna be decent damage. Side B again, 72%. Down air. That ray of punishment can get punished pretty hard from the top. Up air, kill off the top. Side B to get the approach again. Nair off stage. Very strong F-air off stage. That's gonna put Astro right in the lead. 97% though. You gotta take care of Pyra now. You gotta get an early kill where you can. Down air, not able to connect with the up smash though. Good grab, getting to get the fair. Up air string, nope, not able to get the string out. For the pop-up, gonna jump up. Fair, gonna catch the jump. No, opting for a low recovery that time. Oh, now able to get the punish with the grab right there. Oh, good parry, but you're gonna still get dragged down a little bit. Catching the roll in with the side B, and that's gonna be another stock down, putting Astro 2 stocks to Bloomfield's 3, making that lead for Bloomfield slowly diminish. Here we go. Astro's on the roll right now. Only losing one stock that match was super key for Astro. Now Astro has a little bit of room to work with going into this next one. A little bit more. It's not great, but it's better being two. It's better having only a one stock difference going into this next match. And now we've got Dr. Mario coming in. Very interesting matchup. Nobody really plays Dr. I haven't seen a Dr. Mario in a very long time. Doc Mario, though, he is going to have a very similar kill potential to Incineroar. So small stages will work for Dr. Mario as well. Very similar when it comes to like mobility options as well. Not a great recovery, very similar. The really big defining factor that will be in this matchup is how Dr. Mario uses his projectile play. It's a very long arcing bouncing neutral B. And in that case, you know, you might want to play at a small stage again against a character like that. But to be honest, a lot of these stages that Incineroar are good on, Dr. Mario is also going to be good on. It's going to be a brawl fest. So I think you opt for a smaller stage if you can in this. The only thing is you need to be careful of how Cape might come into play on recoveries. Cape can be a big deal, especially for a character like Incineroar who doesn't have the greatest recovery. So you got to be careful of Cape. Otherwise, you got to avoid projectiles, and otherwise it's going to be a big old brawl fest. You're going to be in each other's face, smashing each other. The bans are going to be FD, Battlefield, and Kalos. I think those are actually pretty smart bans because Dr. Mario can kill off the top on that middle platform just like regular Mario can. So I think banning Battlefield was a good call. We are going to Pokemon Stadium 2, which is a long stage. And granted, projectile will come into play a decent amount on a long stage. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think going to a long stage like this, you're still going to be in each other's faces. Dr. Mario doesn't kill, like, with the pill. He has to get in with that bouncing projectile at some point to actually confirm a kill, which I think he can actually do pill into up B if he jumps just right. But it's going to be a brawl fest. You're going to be in each other's faces no matter what. So I think Pokemon Stadium 2 is not a bad stage for either character in this case. And post, it's down to 3 stocks. Oh, 2 stocks, rather.
3, 2,
and here we go!
1,
Dr. Mario. Pill off the start. Yep, going on the platform. Jumping over Pill that time. Ooh, good revenge on Pill. I love it. Ooh, not able to catch the side B on platform, though. Good nair, 39%, though. 66 on Incineroar. Astro's got to be very careful how a lot of this percent is coming out right now. Catching the jump with that nair right there. Nair is going to do a really good job catching a lot of these approaches from ledge. Up B will get the punish, though. 125 on Astro. 55% on Dr. Mario. Oh, I love catching the air dodge in. Not able. Oh my god. Astro can be so good at read sometimes. And then sometimes it just doesn't work out. Oh, Nair's gonna catch a jump. Maximum rage on Incineroar right now, though. I'm surprised he actually got back from that recovery right there. But the first stock is going to go to Dr. Mario right now. Last stock on post. Can Astro just get a 3 stock out of this? Can Astro get a 3 stock out of this? When in doubt, roll out. Good revenge. Side B gonna get the stock off. One quick 187. Bloomfield down to 2 stocks. Astro at 24%. Astro's gonna play out of his mind right now. Oh no, the follow from Pill, but that throw is going to be decent damage right there. 23%. Oh no, catching the tech into down smash. You gotta catch those techs every single time. Oh no. Back air. Oh, I actually like the attempt at going at the down air. Not going to work out, though. Cross stage, side B, 72%, 104 on Incineroar right now. Astro really needs to make this rage work out for him. Use the rage as much as you can. Oh, but that forward air is going to be big and beefy, and that is going to put Post down to 0 stocks, putting Bloomfield 2-0 over Post University, ending the round. Yeah, it's tough. I guess Pill did a lot of work at that point, especially later on in that match. Pill getting follow-ups into like up air and whatnot, and just the mobility from Dr. Mario in comparison to Post is going to be tough. It happens every so often, though. Hey, there's always next week, though. But again, thank you guys for joining us for Post University versus Bloomfield College in CACC Week 3. I've been Frisco. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. And we will see you guys real soon. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night. Kiss, kiss. Have a good one, everybody. See you around.